Alright, hello guys, this is Ankur here from Knowledge, Travel, Fun and Feedback. And today I'm here in Georgia, and with me right now I have one of the best tour guide that I have ever had in my life. The name of the guy is Georgie. George, right?
George, you can call me George.
So I'm gonna interview my friend George today, and I'm gonna ask a few questions about Georgia, why people should come, what's the best about Georgia in next 5 minutes. So thank you George for joining me
Glad to be
today.
of help.
So I just want to know, like Georgia is really gem. It's a hidden beauty. Tell me some interesting fact about Georgia.
Well, there are actually many interesting facts about Georgia. Let's start with the fact that it is part of Caucasus region, very rich with nature. As you can see around us, there are all like mountains, green. We have forests, so it's very beautiful. Another thing is that Georgian cuisine is very delicious. Georgian food like khachapuri, khinkali. We have all kinds of food, like whether you are vegetarian or non-vegetarian, every type of food we have here. Also for the people, I'm not sure, but for the people who like to drink wine, it's also homeland of wine, the first country where wine was made, so with a long history, traditions. So, and it is less famous around the world, so it's something exotic, and I think everyone will enjoy visiting Georgia.
Amazing. I think this is good. So I think what we can do to justice to this discussion, let's start from the history. Okay, let's start from the history. How's the Georgia been? You was mentioning about it was part of USSR,
Yeah.
its rich friendship with Russia, then slowly move, let's say, from that time to, let's say, maybe a few years back, then come down here to the present, and where do you see? So that would be very good.
Okay, so let's start with that. Georgia has the history of like country as a country, 3,000 years. Even
Wow.
before that, we had like proto-Georgian people living here, but 3,000 we had like a kingdom. Then for approximately 70 years, Georgia was part of Soviet Union, and after the collapse of Soviet Union, truth be told, there was some like dark times till until 2003. After 2003, we started reforming country. So for now, traveling in Georgia is very safe. We don't have any corruption here. Crime level is really low. So we are trying our best to make this place as attractive for the for the visitors as it is possible. And of course, one of the first is safety, right? So it's totally safe. Does not matter what time, you can just go out easily.
That's right.
Don't fear it.
Day is very long here. Like it is sunny. It's I would say the light is till 8 o'clock, so
Yeah.
you can roam all around. That's
Even if you go out 3 a.m., no
Yeah,
problem.
right.
I mean, it's totally safe.
great. And let's say if someone is coming here for 2-3 days, right? So how long you need actually to get a fair tour? I would say, I know it's not a good question, but
I mean, I'll tell you like this. Well, depending where you arrive, for starters, my advice to first-time visitors would be to come at least for 4 days. They will be able to see around, look around, gather some information, and then they will be able to decide by themselves which is the appropriate amount. So for starters, 4 days will be nice, I think. And then if you like it here, maybe longer, maybe like 2 weeks to travel all around Georgia to see all like the beautiful and interesting places. And so first time visitors short period,
4 days is
second
what you're trying to say.
and second time visitors maybe 10 days, 2 weeks.
Cool. I think the last question, let's just name few of the best things that people should do here. Let's say if we divide day wise, let's say in 4 days, then I think
Okay,
first day.
definitely. You should walk around Tbilisi.
Okay.
I mean, you can attest that very interesting city and
Yeah,
very
it's very
beautiful.
good actually, yeah.
One day probably, not probably, but definitely Kazbegi mountains.
Right, so this is where we are right now. It's called Kazbegi Mountain, I think, and this is where I met George.
Yeah.
Right, it's a beautiful place, all sunny and good. I think we are lucky that we could see the mountains today, right?
Yeah,
Mostly
I mean,
it's not.
Today we got lucky with the weather.
Right.
So Tbilisi, Kazbegi, And I would recommend you to also visit Kakheti region because it is a winemaking region, but it also has very beautiful sceneries like nature and all of that. And maybe if you will have one more spare day till the evening, you could go to Dashbashi Canyon. It's also like natural trip, and all of these trips you can do from Tbilisi. So
Okay, very good.
yeah,
So-
if you come to Tbilisi, these 4 trips during these 4 days is must to do.
Great. I think thank you so much, George. It was
You are
nice
welcome.
talking to you, and I think
My pleasure.
I have got the friend for life. Anytime you're coming down to Georgia, I would share the number for George.
Not my number.
No, the company number, right?
Can I make one remark?
Please.
So, if anyone will watch this video,
Yeah.
and if they will trust you and trust me, my advice would be to find our company
Yes.
and travel with us. Because
Yes. I'll share the link of the travel company, which has organized this tour for me, and I think it was really great trip. Usually, I don't recommend anything until I really the next level, and this is 5 out of 5. So, guys, keep going. Thank you so much. Bye.
Take care.
Good discussion. Interesting life. Interesting life.
Interesting life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, being a guide is never boring.